getting our day started, getting down there and getting on there and making this money. Even though the money ain't, the money's drying up because of this economy. When I was doing the dedicated, it didn't dry up. I kept on going, but now that I'm back on the regular route, this mess is dying out. But luckily, I got a wonderful partner. And we're working together to get things done. But boy, it sure enough gets frustrating. Sure enough, time to get the heck out of Dodge and get going down the road. But, you guys, y'all know how that is. Just got to keep going, got to keep moving forward. Um, it seems, it seems my aerator video because I'm so excited about that. That aerator set for I think it was like 2 to 3 years. It said 2 to 3 years. I swore, well, maybe I could buy the part. They don't sell the part no more. Well, maybe I could take it to a professional. Well, I got to save up my money. Well, maybe, I'm trying to come up with ideas because, that's the thing about buying old equipment. And that's what rednecks be doing, which is, I could think is pretty cool. They buy old equipment, they fix it up, and they use it. They buy old tractors, they fix it up, and they use it. They rebuild it. They, buy old, John Deere's, or old Cat 5, old big pieces of equipment for low prices, get it going, and they reuse it. It's a dying art, but, like everybody else, one of the things, I love doing what I do, which is tinkering. I'm trying to set myself up for a backup plan. And, I'm not a good salesman, but my wife is. All I am is a worker. I have more than enough stuff to start a lawn care business. I have a professional mower. Um, the stuff that I bought at this everything that I bought buy at these auctions are professional mowers. They're professional equipment. So they are built to last. They're built to withstand. These core aerators weigh a ton. I mean, literally, I promise you, they weigh a ton. The hydraulics on it, I couldn't get it to raise back up. So I was like, well, I could get, I could pull it onto the lawn. I drive it onto the lawn, put the tines in on the holders, turn it on, let them, go up and down, turn on. Then I could, do it. And then when I'm done, take them off. It's been frustrating. But now that I fixed it, you know, I mean, it's so fulfilling. And I guess that I'm dreaming and trying to make everybody else see how fulfilling it is that you figured something out. But that's all right. That's okay. But It's a part of the channel. It's a part of my life. It's a part of the thing that makes me happy. I got some times coming. What I said, I got UPS coming. It was the 2 times, for the holders, so I can see if I got the right size. Once I get the right size, then I can order the other stuff. Um, I'm gonna start taking stuff apart and bending it back together and getting it back into working condition. What's up, Chief? Are you back on the road yet? Um, I'm gonna be getting stuff back into working condition. I broke out my notebook instead of just buying stuff outright. Just keep buying, 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 not having a plan. I wrote down stuff that I need to start doing. I need to get, and that's um kind of next, not next, but it's I got a list written out. Um, other than that, we're just getting started. The other thing is getting used to doing. I've been doing this dedicated for so long. Getting used to doing regular loads, and these loads are sucking moose. You know what? Right now, they're really small loads. Leave in the middle of the day. Got to drive through the night. Luckily I figured I could stop at our yard. I figured I could stop at our yard in Ohio, so I just kept on pushing it. But one of my one of our my hang-ups is I get tired when I drive into the night. I could start driving at night, as you can see, it's dark right now, so I have no problem with it. But if I have to drive into the night, that's where I have a problem. Oh man, I left the heat on in the back. Jesus. Shit, 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 shit. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, all right. Get your head out your ass, Dan. That was stupid. Y'all almost seen an accident. But yeah, that wouldn't have been cool at all. But the part of just trying to figure this out is the frustrating. And it's not figured out. I know. Like I went to a shipper. Instead of following the GPS, you just use some common sense. Yesterday, they, there was a big sign, new entrance. I was like, that's probably where I need to go. You know, just basic stuff like that. That's probably where I need to go. And inspecting the trailer. Inspecting the trailer, inspecting the tires. Stuff that I'm supposed to freaking do that I done got lazy with. And the the tag on the door is, that's where they seal the door. So if it's open, then it means somebody broke into it. Well, this one wasn't sealed correctly. You know what I mean? The seal wasn't sealed. I mean, someone had to be on crack to put this seal on there because it wasn't sealed correctly, and I had to call people and tell them, hey man, this is not sealed correctly. Y'all need to come fix this. And they did. So in other words, I covered my butt. You know, I don't need none of this stuff. And why am I gonna give up my job for some bull crap? You know what I mean? Give up my job for some baloney because they think every black man is a thief. We're all thieves and crooks and criminals because of society. Because of in a lot of us, you know, we we perpetuate that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? We we get them actually believing it, and then you have our sisters. Oh, I want a thug, but I want a nice thug. You what? What? I want a thug that's gonna love me. That's stupid. You sound. Hey, good morning, Dre. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Uh, And then I remember when I first started doing this, lonely, depressed, needed companionship. Everybody I met thought I was some kind of truck driver player. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm trying to get to the next. I'm trying to get to the next load. Ain't nobody got time for that mess. Smelling like behind, oh dear, foot fungus. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know. But people. They perpetuate and they believe the baloney. It's the same. It's the same thing with this Atlanta food critic, Keith Lee. Ocho Cinco. That whoever. Who is this guy? A football player. He's a freaking idiot. He just need to say I'm sorry because I'm stupid. And oh, you don't talk down about black. They don't have enough money, and that's the whole problem. If you don't have the money to open correctly, then you don't need to be open. If all of your people have attitudes, you don't need to be there. It's like going to the freaking Waffle House. The lady that lady in the Waffle House that blocked that chair, she got fired. You know, there's no reason, there's no reason or rhyme for the foolishness that is Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you getting out and getting a job, instead of you getting out and getting a trade, you spend more time trying to be a crook, trying to be a scammer, and calling in orders and not showing up and yeah, using your credit card and waiting 2 weeks, say no, I didn't buy this because they manually put it in. Well, because you called it in. There's ways that need to be fixed. But the fact is, oh, well, I'm not going to serve you because you black, and I'm not going to treat you right because I already know you black and you ain't going to tip. Well, first of all, half of us Negroes don't know that a server makes way below minimum wage. I didn't learn this till my mid-20s. You know why? Because half of us don't go out to dinner with our parents when we're younger. Half of us don't know. Nobody told me. So and I'm wondering why this person treat me like they didn't even come back and ask me for an extra bottle of water. And I made that into a thing. You get no tip if you don't come back and refill my drink, my water, my soda, whatever. If you come back and refill my drink, you automatically get a tip. If you don't do that, you don't get shit from me. And I don't care what anybody say. If you don't fill my water up, you don't get shit from me. Because that means that you couldn't waste your time enough to come back and check on me. Is everything okay? And I push my glass out to the edge of the table. It's simple stuff like that. Oh, well, we're struggling. Yeah, you're struggling because you hire a Negro. This should be some kind of, yeah, I know. And I'm telling you, waitresses and waiters make like $3 an hour, some crazy amount. So the fact is, you should have something in place. If a certain table doesn't tip and you work hard for that, I'm gonna pay you $15 an hour for that hour that you work. It should be something. But we all hate our jobs. We all hate our lives. We all hate everything and don't appreciate nothing. You know what I'm saying? The thing that I got a problem with that is life is so effing short. Each one of us is on a stop watch. The 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 the, the hours and the minutes and the seconds and the milliseconds are counting down to the end. So you're gonna spend half of your effing life being a grouch, being mad at the world, being mad at poor life choices, being mad at your situation instead of figuring out how to get the hell out of it. Oh, wait a minute. Let me stay in my lane. Let me stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? I see somebody different in there. Good morning, good morning. But do you see what I'm saying? Instead of figuring out if you want to share your if you want to share out your channel, is it hashtag can't stop? I repeat, hashtag can't stop, no apostrophe, and it'll drop. Nightbot will drop your link. But the thing, what I'm saying is, and Mike, help whoever that is out. I see somebody doing it. The thing is, life is so short, but we think we become delusional. I seen a video where a guy, he bald as an eagle. Instead of just rocking your baldness, he got glue on his head and did a toupee. Come on, man. Yo, these things happen, man. I knew I was gonna be bald. I knew I was gonna be bald from day one because my father's bald. Yeah, you get it from your mother, but I knew I was gonna be bald. Cause guess what? Cause my brother is bald. Both my older brothers are bald. I said, yo, this coming down the line. Accept it. Make it a part of who you are. But see, well, I don't want him. I don't want him. I don't want her. You know what? I'm gonna catch flack for this, but my wife can be born as hell sometimes, and that is the biggest. I promise you, the biggest turn on that I've ever experienced in my life. I've been looking at her, look at my lips, cause she don't bring that drama. She don't bring that foolishness. She don't bring that crap into my life. Like, oh, let me backtrack. I get it a little bit, but I don't get it to the point of that I'm miserable and I'm crying myself to sleep. We can't be that happy. But see, this is what I'm saying. I learned some 8 years ago. I done said it a million times, but I almost lost my life. And you got people in here that have been in life and death situations. People in this chat been in life and death situations, and you wonder why they so mellow. The fact is that God has granted you, me, us another day on this planet. He's granted a moment in time. And if you don't believe in God, you believe in Buddha, Confucius, Yahweh, uh, uh, whoever the Muslims believe, I ain't trying to be whatever. I'm old, be forgetting this, man. But you know what I'm saying. Whoever you believe in, they've granted you another day on this earth, another minute, another hour, another second, another millisecond after all that you've been through. I was wondering why. I was like, one day, yeah, I don't know, it was yesterday or the day before. I was sitting there driving, I was just tearing up. And I wasn't sad, but I was happy. It's like Ty Tribbett had did a live song in downtown Atlanta. I mean, I think Clark or whatever, one of them, HBCUs in Atlanta, and he, the song was after all that I've been through, I still have joy. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy come in the morning. You may talk about me all you want, but I know where I done came from. You know, the thing about that, and the thing I just harp on it, is because I had nothing. In that truck accident, it burnt the last remnants of what I owned, burnt it down to the ground. I was before that. I was married for 20, 25, 20, whatever. Who cares? Years. Nothing was mine. Everything I bought, I let my wife take from me. My first wife, the bastard. I let her take from me. I let her take from me because I was so starved for affection. And and like you said, you got a lot of people that are on healing journeys from doing gardening to you got Jay Jordan, which is pretty cool. He works out all day long. It's part of his healing journey. The reason they're saying it because he's seen a lot of killing. If you was on the battlefield, you like but I would say downrange, and you shooting people. We're not made to be that. Downrange, and you survived that. You made it through to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and then you made it home. Some of us have nightmares of what we done been through. Has your father ever said he wanted to kill you? Do you see what I'm saying? After all that I've been through, I still have joy. How? I have no idea. I wish I could write a book if I could give you how I still have joy. After all that I've been through, I've been played, I've been walked on, I've been talked about, I've been laughed at, I've been used, I've been cheated on. And my wife, she got this wrong notion at one point that I was doing something. Babe, and I told her, look, I've been cheated on. Why would I want to do that to someone else? Nah, I'm not. Nah, nah, nah. I'm all yours. No matter how mad you get, I'm still all yours. After all that I've been through, I still have joy. If so, you remember when how bad it got back in the day before the cops had a new computer system, that new computer system in their car that they. I always wonder, so why is that guy sitting on the side of the highway not doing nothing? He just sitting there and them cameras locking in on your place. But your behind, knowing you ain't got no insurance, knowing you ain't got no registration and everything done expired, and had the money to get it, but you're trying to get to that sorry behind, low paying job. You riding dirty. After all I've been through, you're riding, your tires are so bald that even the metal don't wall away. The metal strings on there, the metal don't wall away. Your tires are so bald. I know somebody that been through that. That you didn't have enough. You didn't have enough money to pay to get food. I remember I sold one of my. I remember one year that was my prized possession. I had an AK-47, 7.62 rounds with a red dot scope. The gun, red dot scope on that mother. I pawned that. Never went back. I pawned it and bought my son an Xbox for Christmas. He doesn't even realize that's what I did. Never went back. My first marriage, I sold my wedding ring for food, for to eat. I didn't care about that stupid ring because it didn't mean nothing to me. This ring I got now in my wedding band now, it never comes off my hand. It will never come off my hand. I'll freaking starve. After all that I've been through, I still have joy. Some of us had to go in front of the judge. Not just I know I'm talking about you, but I had to go in front of the judge too. Chapter 7 and or chapter 13. After all that I've been through, I still have joy. You know, the fact is, what the oh, I'm reaching from a garbage can. It's over there. Hold on 1 second. I don't know. Every time I get on live, I gotta spit. I'm like, why do I gotta do that? It's so it's nasty or whatever. But every time I'm like, oh, sorry about that, guys. But we we hear the phoniness of our religious leaders, and I'm not talking about this Israel, Palestine, whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not even I don't even know the whole story, so I'm not even gonna say nothing because I'll get canceled. No matter what you say, you're gonna get canceled on that. But you know, they preach on you have hope, but they don't give you an example. Even though I started out disliking TD Jakes, the fact is that he came from a broke the situation that they were in. They were seriously broke, not just broke, but seriously broke. And when you tell somebody what you done been through, people will understand more of what you're talking about, where you're coming from. And remember, I don't know if y'all remember when ramen noodles was 10 cents. It was 10 cents a pack. That's all we lived on, man, in our house for a long time. So I'd get like, a case of two, and we'd have like 3 or 4 packs of ramen noodles, cut up that dollar hot dog, 2 or 3 of them, and mix them up in the ramen noodles, and we just would just go to town. Survival, you know, um, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, survival, you know, foreclosed on my home, uh, pickup truck repo, motorcycle repo. You know, the thing is, when you look back, it's not to be sad. When you look back and see all the stuff that you've been through, and you still have joy. I wish TikTok was around. I wish YouTube was around when I started dating again, because I'd have been like, oh, this one, I didn't know what, they say masculine toxicity, male, what they, boy, you women ain't got, we ain't got nothing on y'all. So many toxic traits in the crap that y'all put us through and think it's okay. This one lady had the nerves that I'm charging you for you to date me. I'm charging you $500 $500, and you butt ass ugly. And guys, I say it, I'm a strong four, but you butt ass ugly. And I'm not gonna say fat because you want just butt ass ugly with your fake hair, them big long behind eyelashes, and you think you did the whatever. I get this, I do it. Yo, the delusion is even in other countries. I seen an African woman was saying that she went on 2 dates with this guy and demanded that he give her, I think it was like $500 rubles or rubies or some crap like that. And the African commentator, he said the 5,000 he was willing to give her, he said that's a lot of money. But the money she was asking for is delusional. And see, we get, and I'm telling my story. Uh I was so desperate for affection because I was married, but we you know I was married to my first wife for like 20, 25, 26 years. The last 5, 6 years we were roommates. I don't think a woman even touched my hand. Didn't even touch my hand. So do you see what I'm saying? The desperate, we're not made not to interact. But I did stupid stuff. I was desperate. I just wanted someone to talk to. I just wanted a friend. I just wanted something. All of that delusion comes out into desperate measures and foolishness. And then when I look back at it, and I can say, "Oh, hey, Herbert, how you doing?" I can say I made it through. I made it through to the point where I was able to grow a backbone, where I was able to say, "You know what? I am somebody." Where I was able to say, "You know what? I can be okay by myself now if I need to be." I didn't want to be. You know what I'm saying? I said I was okay. But see, when you find your situations, it's funny. Like Urban's, like we did this thing Sunday, just real quick pop up. So I'm on the way to church, and I said, "Say a prayer for." I meant that. You're driving this thing. You don't know from day to day if you're gonna make it. If you're gonna make it, you do not know. Even the best, even the best bite the dust. Even the best go through it. That's why when if you see the last set of videos, it was stuff that I really enjoyed because in the beginning of my adult life, all the way up till 8 years ago, I was always in survival mode. Anybody know what anybody know what I'm talking about that survival mode? I was always in survival mode. And you had your arms up, like if you're going ready to get hit or slapped or whatever. That's not that's not the way to live when the clock is counting down. That's not how to live That's not how to live when you're on borrowed time. You know what I mean? That's not how it should be. But for most of us, a lot of us, that's how it is. We don't accept that we made. I accept it. I screwed up my credit. I made poor choices. I picked poor partners. I dated the wrong people. I've blown my money. I figured, I've done all that. But all I could do is say thank you, God. Thank you for second chances. Thank you for third chances. Thank you for fourth, fifth, sixth. Thank you for what, seventh chances with the multiplication, with the multiplication sign there, 6 times 7, or 7 times 7, or 7 squared. Thank you. Because a lot of us say I deserve it. No, I didn't deserve it. Thank you for giving me this chance to try my best to figure it out. You know what? Nah, man. Look, they try. He trying to run past the truck. Screw that. But he look. You know what? I'm a mind my business. I'm sitting the way he's sitting over the double yellow line. But I'm gonna get back in my lane and let my man do it. I'm gonna get back in my lane and let my man do it. But see, the thing is with us in this generation nowadays, every we don't want to accept everything is someone else's fault but my own. Everything else is someone else's fault. But guess what? I come here today to tell you that I made so many mistakes that I remember when Norma was saying, I want to get a house. I said, okay. I didn't want one because I lost my last one. You feel me on that? I was terrified. But then when we moved in, and I hated the situation. I'm like, but then I fell in love with the place, and I started trying to fix, and I started trying to clean, and I started. So now when you see me these videos, when you see that I'm getting on this very expensive lawnmower and I'm riding that. I did a video and you didn't realize how much fun I had. I rode that bastard like it was a Bronco, and I was dipping around the corners, and I rode that sucker like it was a Bronco. And I said, "Damn it, I'm having fun." And would you believe I didn't even have no alcohol? I said, "Damn it, I'm having fun." Guys, it's the simple things. You have folks on here. I bring it. She, does the yarn. Knitting and crochet. No, I'm not gonna say crocheting, but it's the knitting. She do one of them. You got one. Auntie Ella. She. I mean, she does all kind of designs. It's pretty cool. The dedication is there. The dedication is there. You guys, and the people just don't do that to be doing that. We got Baminola. He got business. The man got business that he's running. He's trying to promote his business. You got Frugal Mama. Get that beat. You got Frugal Mama. You can see the before and after. The sad face of the before and the solid rock smile of the after. That woman is saying, if I could do it, you can do it too. If I can make it through, because I got someone that gives a flying rat's ass about me, you can make it through. It's, I don't know if you guys have ever, there's tunnels like going through uh in in Kentucky. There's tunnels that people, that you got to go through. In Virginia, there's tunnels. Heading into California, there's tunnels. After all that I've been through, I made it to the end. I did one of my first videos back in the day. I drove through a tunnel, and you could see this light at the end of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel. The situation, the situation sometimes can seem desperate. Sometimes it can seem, uh, you know, hopeless. But you have to believe. You have to believe that there's a chance. These guys don't realize they're gonna have to eventually let me in. Someone let you in, and then you gonna sit there and cry it out. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Otis. How you doing? You know, the situations will eventually even out. A lot of times we don't believe that it will even out, but it will even out. Even when you're going through it, when you're in tears and you're drinking alcohol to kill the pain, you're smoking the marijuana, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're running, you're exercising, you're trying to stay calm, you're trying to do what you need to do, really do. You're trying to do what you need to do to make yourself feel better, and you don't realize that to feel better, you just need to wait. There's a saying, wait, I say, wait on the Lord, be of good courage. And I used to, I used to, I used to look at that and say, what the f does that mean? I'm getting the old dominion. I'm gonna let him in. There's nobody let. Look, I'm letting the old dominion in. See what I'm saying? I'm blessing myself by letting somebody in. Fuck. Sorry, guys. After everybody else, I'm gonna let the daggone truck get in there. Because the people, they could be so mean. But you see what I'm saying? You know, when you have lack of sympathy, lack of empathy, lack of understanding that somebody done been through something, somebody done been hurt, somebody done been through trials and tribulations that no one will ever comprehend or ever understand why they are the way they are. That's why I love the woman I'm with, because I some of it I understand. And we got into a big argument. He said, "You know what? I'm not gonna do what I normally do, because guess what? That mess don't work. I'm gonna show nothing but love, and I'm gonna act like a husband." Because she had a bad tire. I said, "Baby, you want me to go get your tire fixed?" And and she just thought we weren't talking. I said, "No, I'm not playing that." I didn't say that, but I said it in my head. I'm not playing that. We gonna do what we need to do, because you showed me nothing but love for the last 8 years. Now it's my turn. Instead of being a little bitch, that was the first time I manned up in a minute. I was proud of myself. But then resentment came back for a little bit. But still, I could smile and giggle and say, "Hey, I'm only human. You're only human. I understand you want to uplift yourself, but don't uplift yourselves to unimaginable expectations." I joke about saying that I'm a strong four, but I'm probably a middle five. I don't, but guess what? I don't care. I don't care. You know why? Because the person that I look for affection from, the person I look for understanding from, thinks I'm a 10. And if that person thinks I'm a 10, that's all I care about. That's why when you see stuff I got this. Oh, I think Charles bought me that damn thing. Best present ever. It's this music board that it's got sounds on it. I rush home just to do a live and play with that thing. It's the little things. When you start appreciating the little things, you forget about every you forget about being on the battlefield. I don't know if y'all remember that old Negro spiritual hymnal. I am on the battlefield for my Lord. I am on the battlefield for my Lord. And I promise him that I will serve him till I die. Yeah, I know. Your ears are probably bleeding. But that's so true. Every one of us is fighting some battle in our minds, in our hearts, and in our lives. I come here today to say, look, be encouraged regardless of your situation. Be encouraged. Things are going to change. Boy, because I'm not saying I ain't giving you a time limit, but I'm just saying things are going to change. Because the reason I'm saying I ain't giving you a time limit, boy, when I say I cried out to the Lord, Lord, what did I do? Whatever I did, I'm sorry. Whatever I did to deserve this, I'm sorry. Tell me what I need to do to make it right. I mean, trust me, this is what I was saying. Tell me what I need to do to make it right. It's just like right now. You got all these Negroes in Atlanta, these Atlanta restaurateurs, the black ones. I'm not talking the small mom and pops at the corner, the corner shop that built a thing and has a regular stove in the back and they cooking family recipes. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about these fools that they can't. They tried to make the daggone restaurant to a club. They can't get the food out. They don't have the right people. And they make excuses, so they got this big long list of what you ain't gonna do in their restaurant. And people are saying, you go there just to sit down and eat, and the music's so loud you can't even concentrate on the food. The waiters and the waitresses are copping attitude. Look, you chose this mess. I chose my situation. All I did, like, look, my check gonna be a little short. I reached into one of my stock portfolios and sold me 10 shares, so my check could be okay, so bills get paid. You feel me? You gotta have a backup for the backup. You gotta have a backup so you can be okay. Guess what? Middle of the month, regardless of what I got to put some money down. I'm putting money down on actually one, two. I got 2 cruises. I'm gonna put one on. I gotta start putting money down on the 3rd cruise. You see what I'm saying? Got to have a backup for the backup. Why am I doing it this way? So when it's time to have that last payment, it ain't gonna break the bank. What you mean by that? Shoot, I got these cruises on layaway. See, y'all don't even realize you can go on a cruise. You just put a little bit of money down, you put it on layaway. I'm paying like you remember going to Kmart, the old Kmart. You put stuff on layaway. I'm doing a cruise layaway for my vacations. I hang out with the bougie lanes. Charles in here, Charles Lane, his wife, they bougie, but they cool bougie. I'm trying to be like them, but I have to slow down putting that shit on these damn credit cards. It's choking me to death. Trying to follow them, but they ride hard, they work hard, and they have fun. I can't do too much of that fun because I get be spazzing out, but they have fun. You got to learn how to have fun because again, after all that you've been through, it's time to learn how to have joy. It's time to learn to have fun in your life. It's time to learn to appreciate life, to appreciate the little things. If you got to start with something, appreciate the little things. I'll be sitting here and just start giggling and trying to think, okay, what the heck's so funny? Don't know, but I'm good. Don't know, but I'm good. Are you? Here's my question for the day. Are you good? What do you mean by that? Are you okay? Have you asked anybody for prayer? Have you asked anybody? See, what you guys fail to realize, regardless, I know I sound goofy to Charles, but that's a relief valve that I know I could talk to him about anything. And it ain't gonna go no further than he probably this motherfucker. But that's a relief valve. You got to have a relief valve. You got to have someone, and we had disagreements and misunderstandings. That's a relief valve. And I always say that I appreciate the man because he lets me know a different perspective. You got to have people that's going to give you different perspectives so you can make the choice and then think about it. Is that the choice I always make? And you know the old saying, how's that working for you? Your conscience, your conscience ever said, how's that working for you? Did it work before? Or before that? Or before that? Start listening to that inner voice, and you'll see the difference in the change in the uplifting of your spirit, your finances. Guys, 8 years ago, I think my credit score was four something. Well, I mean, it's in the sevens now. Simple stuff, simple things. Something simple as I was putting like 1,100, literally $1,100 in credit cards a month, and I was complaining to Charles. I said, you know what? I want an F 250 or an F 350 dually. I can't afford it. I ain't got $1,000. He started laughing. He said, but you pay that in credit cards a month. And I was like, oh snap, you're right. So guess what? I'm on a mission to pay those credit cards down so I can get my truck. I'm not gonna get a brand new one because I'm not paying 100,000. If I pay 100 grand, I'm getting an 18 wheeler. I'm getting an 18 wheeler. But I'm gonna get me a used one, a used F350 diesel. I'm gonna get a used one. I'm going down the list of stuff that I always wanted. You see what I mean? Have a simple list. I did a video on a bucket list. Don't have some extravagant bucket list. Start out with simple stuff. I remember I, we went a few years back in the middle of the middle of the pandemic. We went. We couldn't videotape it, but we went zip lining, and I'm thinking, it's gonna be just a few 100 feet off off the ground. This ninja took us to this, you know, you know, Caucasian overload, 1,000 feet off the daggone 2,000 feet off the ground. We ziplining across valleys and shit at 55 miles an hour, and the only thing slowing us down is a big leather patch glued to a glove. And I was ready to quit and walk down the mountain after the first one, and my wife came flying in that daggone thing backwards. She didn't tell me she was scared there, but she put on this big face. I said, I gotta stop being a little bitch. My wife's sitting here coming in backwards and smiling and talking about it and all that stuff. And then I realized when we went to Costa Rica and we had ziplined again, I wasn't terrified. I was actually having fun. I'm looking down. I had the GoPro on my head and looking like, yeah, yeah. And why did I say that? When you've been through the valley, ziplining, when you've been through the valley of the shadow of death, your fear goes away. Your fear goes away, and it's an amazing situation. It's unbelievably amazing. So I was sitting there, and it's so funny when we with if you go back to the video and look, she says it real quick. This is the last zip line I'm doing. I'm done. I said, I said, okay. She said, I'm done. You know, And I appreciate her being honest. But I was ready for another one. We went on that cruise and did that zip line. We did it twice. I wanted to go again. Let's go get a drink. I want no damn drink. I wanted to go zip line again. So I could scream like a little bitch. That's the thing when look at it this way. When you're going through it, just prepare yourself. God is preparing me for something at the end of the tunnel. He's preparing me. He's preparing you. He's preparing us. He's preparing to grow each and every one of y'all's channel. Just remember me when y'all get to that million mark. You know what I'm saying? Or that 50,000, subscriber mark. He's preparing you. Just be prepared. You feel me? All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and shut down. I'm gonna close down today with a word of prayer. Most gracious and eternal Father, we say thank you for another day, an hour, another moment, another second of breath that we have been able to breathe. I pray that you bless everyone that's in this live right now. If they're going through something or going to go through something, prepare their hearts, their minds, their bodies, and their souls. Prepare them for the battle. Shine up their armor. Fill up the holes that where they were stabbed at. Weld them up. Prepare them for the battle. And let them know this light at the end of the tunnel. In Jesus' name I pray. And as always, guys, if you don't think nobody loves you, I love you and God loves you too. Y'all have a blessed day and see y'all tomorrow. Mañana. Deuces.